Hey everybody in the video online world, it's Isabel Marie again, and I'm having a great day making all these videos for you guys, giving you all this great information and sharing what I know with you, my knowledge and my wisdom. And I just wanted to start out by saying that I believe that there is no coincidences in life. So if for some reason you're watching this video, just know that everything good and everything bad in your life led you to this moment, and you were meant to be here and you were meant to hear this. This is what I believe. Now I want to share something with you that I got from one of my Zango leaders in my company, and it compelled me enough to keep it, and I recently ran across it, and I want to read it to you guys. Again, these are just my beliefs. So it says, I believe that the Spirit of God fills us with holy determination. It is something that God has in Him and imparts to us through His Spirit. We are not to be quitters or the type of people who are easily defeated. We must be determined to overcome the past, to go forward, and not to be stagnant. We must not be afraid of difficulty. Things worth having never come easy. The definition of determination is, quote, the act of making or arriving at a decision, the quality of being resolute or firm in purpose, unquote. We must be decisive and stick to our decisions. If you find yourself being double-minded about something, I encourage you to ask yourself about what you believe God placed in your heart in the beginning. Then stick with that. Don't head in another direction now due to weariness. I believe that you have what it takes to live in victory. If you have accepted Jesus as your Lord and Savior, His determination lives in you because He lives in you. Fight the good fight of faith. Run the race to win. Be determined to take the prize. Don't give up and don't give in. You can make it. Now, just to let you guys know, I am not religious. I'm spiritual. And the difference between religion and spirituality to me is religion divides. They have a different idea of who God is, what it stands for, and what their beliefs are. Spirituality is the unity of a belief that there's just something higher than yourself, whether you call it God, Buddha, whether you call it, your higher self, the universe, laws of attraction. So that's where I come from. But why that was so important to me is because I believe in that. I don't believe that we were here to be quitters and that we were here to make life a struggle. And I know it's so hard for a lot of people to believe that. And I'm not saying it because my life is all roses and I'm better than anybody out there. But what I'm saying is that even in my darkest hour, even when I was going through a very, very difficult relationship, when I was pregnant with my son, I was very physically abused by my son's father. And even though it was hard, I knew in my heart that God had placed that child inside me for the fight inside me that He knows has always been there, will always be there, because I had somebody that I needed to protect inside of my own body. It made me fight harder, and it made me determine that I was going to get through this no matter what, and I was going to give my child the best life they can ever imagine, period. Because God knows the kind of person I have. We all have that fight and that desire for the right reasons. And, even when I was on welfare, and it sucked, and I hated, having to go to the office. People think, oh, well, people on welfare are lazy. That's not necessarily true at all. I went there because I'm not an idiot. I had to provide for my son, especially when I was living in an area where the jobs were desolate and minimum wage was still at $5 an hour, and it was a very, very migrant way of thinking. There's a lot of migrant farmers and stuff. So I went out there, and it sucks sitting in that line. And I remember day in and day out looking at Governor Richardson's, beautiful smiling face on the wall, and all I kept thinking is, one of these days I'm going to meet you, and I'm going to shake your hand, and I'm going to do business with you, and I'm going to be on your level, because I know that you and I are the same kind of person. I'm just on one side of the opportunity right now. But I'm going to get there, and I always knew that. So what I'm trying to say by all this is that, my life is a lot better now. It's a lot easier, but I'm not anywhere near where I know I'm going to be. And the thing is, I never stop fighting. I don't fight for money, and I don't fight for the perfect lifestyle, but I am determined to have better in life for my son and myself, and not just in monetary or materialistic, but in everything that I do. I believe that when you're watching this video right now, there might have been a prayer that you need answered. There might have been a cause that you find that you're passionate about and don't know where to start. You might just be the kind of person that I want to get to know, because, I might be the person you need to get to know, things happen for a reason, and God has built me, you know, in a very special way, or, you know, the universe or whoever it is that I believe in or you believe is out there. But I was built differently because I can take so much pain and so much heartache and so much physical pain and abuse and letdowns and heartache and turn it into the most positive thing. I mean, even when I was getting my lights cut off, I would always think, well, oh well, I still have gas. Or, you know, or if my car broke down, oh well, I still have legs. You know, and that's just the way I've always been, you know, and it's because of who I choose to be. But there's nothing that I can ever go through that I will not get through in the most positive way and make the best out of it. Everybody believes for every, you know, stormy night there's a sunny day. Well, that's great, but for every sunny day there's a stormy night brewing too, and you gotta know that that's great too. Because while you might have sunny, you know, stormy, you know, sunny days and somebody has stormy nights, what if you had a very big storm and somebody else was in drought? You know, so always be thankful for what you have. Now, I am a mom, I am an entrepreneur, I have changed my life and a lot of lives out there as well. Do I think business is important? I think business is very important because realistically we do need to eat and we do need money to eat. But at the same time though, I don't lead with pitch, 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 sell, sell, sell. I don't lead with, oh my God, Zango's the best thing ever, because, I mean, it is for me. But you cannot put the cart before the horse. You cannot be successful in business unless you're successful in life. And rather than doing all these how-to videos about how to make a video or how to build a MySpace page, which those are coming in time, but for me, where I feel comfortable coming from is from, look, you really need to learn how to optimize your life internally, and how to love yourself when you don't feel loved, how to accept yourself when you don't have any acceptance, how to give to yourself before you can give to others, because you can't give something you don't have, you know. And because I do that differently, maybe a lot of people, you know, think it's different, or maybe they think, well, you're not telling me how to be successful in business, but I am. I'm telling you from my point of view, you have to be a complete person and a better person within yourself first before you go out there and you build an empire on quicksand. Because, I mean, I've met people like Larry Crane, who are the most successful people in the world, has been on, you know, in Time magazine, and yet wanted to commit suicide because he was missing from within. You know, so go out there and find me. If you're on this video, you need to contact me, because there's something out there, yourself, your God, your higher, you know, spirit, somebody, including yourself, feels on some level that your life is meant to have more. You're meant to be more. You're meant to have happiness and success and wealth, and it's not a struggle. You know, all the love, money, success, happiness, wealth that we've ever wanted has always been there, will always be there for you if you just get out of your way, your own way, and let it happen. So if you want to find me and connect with me, you can find me at www.myspace.com/miss, MS_Izzy, ISSY. You can find me at youtube.com/quick, QUIK, no C, witted, WITTED, woman, WOMAN. Or you could just email me at Isabel Marie, ISABELMARIE, 13, that's 13, @gmail.com. Now, if your first reaction was like, wow, I love this video, rate it, comment, no negative comments, I don't keep them, but contact me. And if you're feeling like, okay, I'm going to go contact this person, and then you decide not to, go with your first instinct first, because that's always usually right. Because a lot of people have this fear of reaching out to people. But there's nobody in this whole world that ever did anything on their own, not even Jesus. Jesus went out there and had a lot of people, you know, network for him and create a movement. So don't do this on your own, guys. Find me, let me know how I could help you. Let's get together, let's connect, and let's share in the vision that there's something better out there in life, you know, higher than ourselves, and our lives are meant to be abundant. If this is you, contact me. Guys, have a great day. God bless. Hakuna Matata. I will leave you with one of my favorite quotes. It says, I once cried because I had no shoes, but then I saw a man who had no feet. Goodbye, guys. God bless.